Okay, welcome to another year of tech. I thought I'd kick off this year's reviews by lighting up your life with this little device. This is the Nanoleaf Sense Plus wireless smart switch. Obviously I've reviewed quite a few Nanoleaf smart lighting products before, such as these blocks up on the wall behind me here. And I've set up a bunch of smart bulbs in my living room. So sorry it's daytime and you're not getting the full effect. What I found is when I do videos of lights at night, it blows out the whole thing anyway. So again, you don't really get the full effect. So anyway, as you can see there, those bulbs are doing one of Nanoleaf's smart scenes. Which is like an animated scene cycling through different colors. So that's pretty cool. But the problem with a lot of smart home devices is when you don't live in that home by yourself, you live in that home with a bunch of other people. And you might know how to control them, and you've got the app that controls them, or indeed you know which smart home assistant controls them. But not everybody else necessarily does. And unless you're prepared, and they are prepared for a long technical lesson, and they're going to sit down and take some notes, it all becomes a bit of a mystery. And if you're not home, they can't make anything work. It sounds like I'm talking from experience, maybe. What this does is make everything a lot more simple because, as you can see, it's just a light switch, basically. And you can pop that up on the wall next to your other light switches if we want. That can either screw in or it's got an adhesive backing here if you don't want to screw holes in your wall. And then that's right there like that, and it's perfectly accessible for everybody. The really cool thing about this, of course, is that you don't actually have to leave it up on the wall. That can stay on the wall, this bit, and that can come off. And you can take that all around the house with you if you want to, or just put it on the coffee table or whatever. This is a nice, easy to understand switch for everybody. So you've got your on button, your off button, and we can use it as a dimmer as well. So we can dim those lights right down, or we can brighten them right up again. That all makes perfect sense for everybody. Now, we've just turned them off. We can turn them on again. And in fact, we've got these other two buttons here as well, which are programmable too. Now, this is where it might get a little bit more complicated for the whole family to understand, because you can program those to have 6 different functions. So, for example, with this one, I think it's with a double press. There we go. I've put them onto a warm white setting. With this one, with a single press, we can start cycling through different colors. Or with a double press, we can just go straight to the best color. Now, there is also a long press function on the switch as well. So we can, if we go back to the warm white setting there, we can do a long press there, and that takes it, dims them right down, or a long press on this side will take it back to 100% brightness. So you can, and like I say, that's fully programmable. You can, and we can, with a single press, we can go back to that first animated setting that we had going there. So I think that's a very well thought out, simple to control device. And as you can see now, the latest Nanoleaf light bulbs, which are the one you're going to need some fairly recent ones in there to be compatible with this switch. And using either the iOS or the Android app to set it up. And you then create a group, so you can control you know, just lights, or, you know, if you've got lighting panels like that, or perhaps some strip lighting in the room, all of those things can be added to that group. Or you can have a bunch of different switches and have different groups, you know, around the home. So that's, yeah, it's really easy. Now, the other feature to this switch is that it also has a motion sensor and a daylight sensor on it. So that means that you can set your lights to automatically come on when it gets dark. And it also means that you can set them to automatically come on when you go in and out of the room. Or, and this is the really cool thing, a combination of those two things. Because there's not much point in the lights coming on in the room, in a room like this one, if it's daytime. So you can tell it to only do that when it realizes that it's dark. And I've tested that, and that works really well as well. So as soon as it detects that somebody's, you know, come within the room, the lights come on automatically, and you don't even need to worry about switching anything else on or off. So there you go. That's a pretty clever device. The Nanoleaf Sense Plus wireless smart switch. If you've already got Nanoleaf lights, it seems like a bit of a no-brainer to grab one of these as well, and then it'll make all the other people in your house very happy, because they'll be able to easily control the lights as well.